Hello, everybody. Scotty the trainer here, Scotty the bishop, Dr. Packer, all of that right here, right now. I want to thank you very much for joining me. I'm coming to you from my house and just wanted to share with you something very special today. Not a very long message, again, because of the holidays, not in service somewhere, although depending on when you're viewing this, I am going to be speaking in a New Year's Eve service, and very excited about that and sharing what I believe some things will be as we close out this year and get ready to face a new year. And that's in line with that. That's what I want to talk about here today. As I was thinking about something to share, because I every week have been coming to you, giving you something, and I was thinking about the new year to come, and I saw a great comparison that I think I can talk about without doing any damage to the Jewish writings and keep everything in context, and that is this. When Mary was carrying Jesus, as she was with child, her and Joseph, Jesus' earthly father, they were traveling and looking for a place to rest. And we know the story of when they got to the inn, and he said, I don't have any room for you in the inn, but we do have a stable area, and Jesus was born in that area and laid in a manger. Now, quick word about the innkeeper. A lot of people say there's no room at the inn. Oh, if that innkeeper had just known who it was that Mary was pregnant with, that he would have felt differently. But you know, the innkeeper said, I don't have room in the inn, but he didn't tell him go somewhere else. He said, I don't have room in the inn, but what I do have. So he did offer them something. And not even knowing it, by him putting them in a stable area where Jesus was to be wrapped in swaddling clothes and laid in a manger, actually was the fulfillment of prophecy. Because the wise men, when they came, it was prophesied that he would be in a stable. So the innkeeper, without knowing it, actually was helping fulfill the prophecy. So I'm not too hard on the innkeeper. I mean, he could have told him, get out of here. I don't have anything. He said, I do have something. And he made a way. There's a message in that, when you give what you can, it may not be what other people think it should be, but when you do what you can do, you may be fulfilling someone's prophecy. You may be making a way for them so that other people will know they're where they need to be. The wise men understood, and the shepherds that were in the field understood that it was prophesied that the Messiah would be born and laid in a manger. Now, if the innkeeper had said, well, I'll make room for you, then the wise men would have said, no, it's written in the Jewish writings that he would be laid in a manger. Well, how is he going to be in a manger if he doesn't end up in a stable? And how does he end up in the stable if the inn is not full? And how does he end up in the stable without the innkeeper saying, I'm full, but you can go to the stable? So all of that worked into the fulfillment of prophecy, which is really mind-blowing when you think about it. But here's what I want to say. Mary and Joseph, Mary specifically, was carrying Jesus, going to give birth to Jesus. She was pregnant with Jesus. You and I are with something. We are with inside. We have goals and dreams. If I could say without trying to be offensive, we are pregnant with goals and dreams for the new year. Maybe a new job. It could be something external like a new job, a new place to live, a better financial situation. It could be physically. It could be, I want to get in better shape. I need to lose some weight. I need to eat better. I need to take care of my health. I need to work on my blood pressure. I need to do this, that, or the other. Or it could be just internal. I want to be better spiritually. I want to shed this baggage, excess baggage that I'm carrying in life. And I want to do better, be better, the best version of me. So we are, terminology speaking, we are with those dreams and goals. We are pregnant with those dreams and goals. Just like Mary was pregnant with Jesus. She was going to give birth to the Son of God on this earth. And she understood, no matter how difficult it was, that she had to give birth to this child. Joseph, and I'm not taking anything away from Mary, but Joseph, how do you be the stepfather of the Son of God? I mean, that is just astronomical to me. I don't take anything away from Mary. I honor Mother Mary. Like Paul said, speaking words of wisdom. Mother Mary comes to me speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be. Oh, I'm sorry. Not Paul the Apostle, but Paul the Beetle said that. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. So I'm not taking anything away from Mary, not at all. But Joseph, that was not the easiest of jobs either. But they both had to do what they needed to do to bring forth the Son of God. You and I have to do what we need to do to bring forth the vision of God in our life. The goal that God, the universe, destiny that is laid out for you and me, we must hold that close, work on that, and be ready to see that birthed. And that's what I am hoping and praying for myself, for my family, and for every one of you that are viewing for 2023. Wow, I cannot believe that I'm saying that. 2023. Sometimes I think, 1980 wasn't that long ago. It was, and I was there. What's even funnier is I think back and say, the 70s don't seem like they were that long. But they were, and I was there. But for 2023, we must continue to realize, just like Mary, if you read the Jewish writings and what we call the Christmas story, even though Jesus was not born in December, most likely, Mary had to ride on that donkey. Joseph had to walk. They went to the inn. There's no room in the inn. They go to a stable. She gives birth to Jesus. And I know, just as just naturally, as a woman that was with child, it was a struggle physically, first of all. And then on top of that, I'm giving birth to the Son of God. And it had to be overwhelming. And I know that as we head into this year, that you may be in a situation where you're looking at it going, wow, is what I see for me, better health, better job, better this, that, relationship, better spiritually, whatever. It may seem like that it's going to be overwhelming. But this year has been the journey. And now, as we come to 2023, it's going to be the opportunity to birth that vision and that goal. Now you say, yeah, but I bet, Dr. Packer, every year you say that. And you know what? Ministers are horrible for that. Because we'll say at New Year's Eve, this is going to be your year. And then the year comes and goes, and it wasn't our year. And then we get to the next year. We said, I know we said last year was your year, but this year we really mean it. It's going to be your year. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. Along with the characters in our narrative, Mary and Joseph, who are with child, bringing forth Jesus, there's another character by the name of Herod. And when the wise men were looking for Jesus, they saw the star, and they went to Herod the king's palace. And they said to Herod, where is the king of the Jews? And Herod said, I'm the king. And they said, no. We're looking for the Messiah. We've seen his star in the east, and we have come to worship him. And Herod realized at that point that he needed to be concerned, because there's going to be a child that's going to be born, is going to be the king. And he felt, he didn't understand that Jesus was coming to establish a spiritual kingdom, not a natural kingdom. So he thought that this child was going to be born and named king, and he would end up dying, and Jesus would then become the king. He didn't realize that Jesus didn't come to rival Herod. So Herod told the wise men, he said, when you find him, come back and let me know so I can go and worship him. So the wise men show up, they worship Jesus, they give the gifts, which I talked about last week, and then they leave. The Jewish writings say that being warned in a dream, they should go home a different way and not tell Herod. What Herod does is he estimates, when he realizes that the wise men did not come back, that Jesus was somewhere between birth age and 2 years old. So Herod launches out and says, I want every child in the region 2 years and younger dead. So he tells the midwives, he tells the soldiers, children 2 years, male, 2 years and younger need to be dead. Because he wanted to destroy Jesus, the child. Now follow me, and I'll wrap this up. So if Joseph and Mary represent you and me, Mary was pregnant with Jesus the way you and I are pregnant with our goals, visions, and whatever we feel that will better us for 2023. Then what I want us to remember is, as Mary was giving birth to Jesus, and Herod heard about it, Herod's attack was, I'm glad you gave birth to the Son of God. I'm glad you gave birth to Jesus. I'm glad that you went on the journey and you struggled and you couldn't find room in the inn, but you ended up in a stable and you gave birth to him, and now he's somewhere between birth and 2 years of age, and you gave birth and you accomplished the goal of God. That's great. However, I am going to try to kill him. And I will kill everybody around you. I will kill every child, every male child within 2 years and younger in and around the area, hoping that I can get to you. Now let me tell you this. So just like they gave birth, 2023, we're going to try to give birth to our dreams and visions. But remember this, there is a Herod out there that will try to destroy the child. Try to destroy the dream, the goal, the better version of you. So I want to say, like we always do at the end of a year and the beginning of another one, yes, it's going to be great. Yes, I will wish the best for you. Yes, I want the best to happen for you and me and my family and everybody around us. But I also want to remind you that 2023 will bring with it its own struggles. It will bring with it its own Herod, if you will. And I also want to point this out to you, that the yin and the yang, the dark and the light, the good and the bad, the heads and the tail, that yes, there were some mothers whose children did die when Jesus was born. There were some fathers whose children did die. Herod did see children destroyed. But Jesus, that vision, that goal that Mary had, that child that Mary had, that child that Joseph was earthly father of, they did see him live. So here's what I want to say. Herod may get some people out there. Herod may get some people's dreams. Herod may get some people's goals. Herod may even hinder some of your goals and my goals. But I don't want you to forget this. Herod didn't get all of them. Herod didn't get Mary's child. Herod didn't get the carpenter's son's father. And so there may be some things that we want to see happen that may not happen, but there must be, there will be, I decree, there will be some things that we are dreaming and hoping and praying for that will come to pass. And so as we head into this new year, I want to wish you a happy new year. And I want to say, may God bless you and may God keep you. This is my prayer.